Hello and welcome to this codebook tutorial. Today we're going to be discussing designed equipment and also synchronization of the designed equipment list against codebook. Inside codebook, inside the room editor, for every room we have a required equipment list. This defines what should be in that Revit room. We also have a designed equipment list, and this is what's actually physically placed in that Revit model. To update the design equipment list, we can update it in various different ways depending on our requirements. If we want to update just this one room, we can right click and choose the option to update designed equipment list. CodeBook will now load the update designed equipment list forms, in which we have various options for treatment of previous lists, search options, phase sequence, and other. If we look at the Details tab, we can see that we can check Architecture or MEP. If we look at the treatment of previous lists, we can replace or append. So if we're scanning multiple Revit models, we can append our FF+E lists to the previous scan. If we click Search Options, we can choose the way in which we want to find the Revit graphic. Do we want to find via insertion point or via the centroid location? We can use phasing or not use phasing. We can ignore the room assignment of the Revit families, as well as the nesting depth of which CodeBook will scan the Revit family for that content. We can also define how we wish to deal with work sets, whether we find all families or only find the families in the current editable work set. Under phase sequence, we can have a look at the phases we have in our multiple Revit models. And in other, we can use the option to report on families that are not located inside a room and show those. To update our designed equipment list, select Update Designed FF+E Lists. We can see this process is completed, and we can now click OK to close this dialog box. We can see now the update date has been updated, and we have now the content of our Revit room. This is great for individual rooms when we've made individual design changes. However, if we wish to update the entire model, we can choose the option to go to Home and update FF+E lists. We can now select a source and a department, and again we have the previous selections. So as previous option, we'll do a room by room basis. This will do it via a polyline source or a department. Again, we just need to select the option to update designed FF+E lists. The third and final way in which we can perform this task is select the Manage option and then Room Tasks. We can now select Update Designed Equipment Lists, and we can perform this task on a selection of rooms. So if I know I've updated the treatment room, the utility supplies, and the office interview room, I can batch select those and again click Update Designed Equipment Lists. This is useful when we don't want to select the entire department, but we do have a number of rooms that we don't want to individually update the designed equipment lists for. That concludes the tutorial. If you have any questions, please contact support@codebookinternational.com. Thank you.